Is this beautiful square that has a flower in the middle coming out of the work. Then the edges are lacy. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the rose square. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4 in 3 different colors. Okay, we're going to start with a slip knot and we're going to start with a base ring. So for your base ring, you want to chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now we're going to close off this by doing a slip stitch to the first chain that you made. Insert your hook into the chain, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. Now we're going to start row 1. For row 1, we're going to chain 1. And you want to do 18 single crochets into the ring. So into the ring, we're going to work 18 single crochets. This is 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a total of 18 off camera and I'll see you when I'm done. All right, so now I've done my 18 single crochets. We're going to go into the first stitch to create a slip stitch into it. So into the first single crochet, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull through to close. That there is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to start the row of repetition. You're going to go into the first stitch. So into the same one you did the slip stitch. You're going to do 1 single crochet. Then a chain 3. And then you're going to skip 2 stitches. So that's the repeat. Essentially, we're going to start by doing a single crochet into that next one after you've skipped 2. So skip 2, single crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, single crochet. And that's what you want to do all the way around. Chain 3, skip 2, single crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, single crochet. Chain 3, skip 2, single crochet. And now here at the end, we're just going to do our final chain 3. Skip the last 2 stitches you have, and then just do a slip stitch to the first single crochet off the row. Now that there is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to start by doing a chain 1, and we're going to work the first petal. So into the chain 3 spaces, you're going to work the following. To the first one here, we're going to do 1 single crochet, a chain 3, then into that same chain space, 5 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 5, then a chain 3, and then into the same chain space, 1 single crochet. And that there is the first petal. That's what you want to do into each one of the chain 3 spaces. So let me do that once again with you. We're going to go to the next chain 3 space with a single crochet, chain 3, then 5 double crochets into the same chain space. This is 3, 4, and 5. Then you want to chain 3 and then do 1 single crochet into that same chain space. And that's my second petal. So do that all the way around into each one of the chain 3 spaces. It's going to be a single crochet, chain 3, 5 double crochets, chain 3, 1 single crochet. All the way around, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just did the last petal here. So I finished off by doing my single crochet into the last chain 6 space. So now to finish off this row, we're just going to do a slip stitch to the first single crochet off the row. insert your hook into that single crochet, and then do your slip stitch. This here is the end of row 3. So now for row 4, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We need to create single crochets and chains behind the work. So this one's going to be a little trickier. We're going to start by chaining 1. And you want to create a single crochet between the 2 single crochets in the back. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go kind of between the single crochets through the back from right to left, like so. I've inserted my hook there, and I'm going to grab the yarn and pull it through to the back. Let's see here, I got caught in something. There. So if you see it from the back, I have 2 loops, and now I'm going to complete a single crochet. And the single crochet is sitting between the single crochets, between the petals. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go do that same thing between the single crochets of the previous row. I'm going to insert my hook here between them. Let me see if I can show you that. There we go. Between them there. And now I'm going to kind of go over the one on the left with my hook. Grab the yarn and pull it through to the back, and then complete my single crochet there. The goal is for us to create this behind the flower because we're going to be working there to create that raised effect. So let me do it a couple more times with you. We chain 5. We find the next 2 single crochets, insert our hook from the back in between them, that space between them, like this. Now we're going to go over the single crochet on the left with our hook, and now we're going to grab our yarn, pull it through to the back, and complete a single crochet. And then we're going to chain 5. And this is what we want to do all the way around. I'm going to do it a couple more times, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so this is what the flower looks like from the front. I'm going to flip it to show you what it looks like from the back. We've created this kind of railing. Let me push that forward. Created this kind of railing in the back, and these are the chains that we're going to work into in the next row. But now what I want to show you is we are going to finish off this row. You've done your final chain 5, and you're not going to do a single crochet because you already have it over here, the very first one you made. Rather, into it, you're going to create a slip stitch. And so I'm going to kind of flip it like this to see the single crochet. Go into it and create a slip stitch. This here is the end of row 4. Now for row 5, we're going to start by chaining 1. And into the chain 5 spaces that we've created, around the chain 5, we're going to work our petals. So for this row, the petal repetition is, you want to do 1 single crochet. Then we're going to chain 3. Then you want to do 7 double crochets into that chain 5 space. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a total of 7, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I have my 7 double crochets. Now we are going to chain 3. And then into that same chain 5 space, do a single crochet. And this is what we want to do all the way around. So into the chain 5 spaces, you're going to work 1 single crochet, a chain 3, 7 double crochets, a chain 3, and then 1 single crochet. You want to do that all the way around to create the second layer of petals. I'm going to do that, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I just did my final repetition here for the last petal. So now to finish off this row, we just want to do a slip stitch to the first single crochet of the row. Insert your hook into it, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. Now this here is the end of row 5. Now for row 6, we're going to join our color B. and you're going to join it at the same loop that you currently have. So we're just going to grab our color B, fold a tail, and then bring it to the same loop that you have, leaving a tail so you can weave it in later. And then we can go ahead and pull our past color so it all tightens down. And you can go ahead and cut off your color A. So now with our color B, we're going to start row 6. So we are going to chain 1 here. And we're going to do 1 single crochet between the 2 single crochets. So what that looks like is kind of the same as I did before. Is we're going to go, for this one you can kind of go in front of, actually, just between the single crochets. There's a little gap there. So this first one, we're just going to do it in front. Now we're going to do a chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to go behind the petal now, and in between the single crochets, between the petals, you want to do another single crochet. But again, this one can be in front of the work. So you go in front, between the single crochets, insert your hook, and then complete a single crochet. Do that again, chain 6. Kind of try and place it behind the petal. And then in front of, between the 2 single crochets, between the petals, insert your hook, and then do a single crochet. So this is going to sit kind of behind the flower as well. Do this all the way around, chaining 6 and doing a single crochet between the single crochets of the petal, and I'll see you when you're done. So the very last one here, I just did my last chain 6, and now we're just going to do a slip stitch to the first single crochet of the row. You already have it, so you don't have to do the single crochet. Rather, we're just going to do a slip stitch. Now this here is the end of row 6, and it looks like this from the back. You've done these kind of like rails again. So now for row 7, we're going to start by doing a slip stitch to the next chain space. So the chain 6 space. Into there, just do a slip stitch. Now we are going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. And into the same chain space, you're going to do 4 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you want to chain 2, and then you want to do 1 double crochet into the same space. Now we're going to do 6 double crochets, but into the next chain space. So into the next chain 6 space, you want to do 6 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to find the next chain 6 space, and into it we're going to work a combination of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 4 double crochets. So let's do it into the next chain space, 2 double crochets, then a chain 2, and then 4 double crochets into the same space. That's my 4th one there. And now to finish off the repeat, we're going to do 1 double crochet into the next chain space. And here I believe we're creating like our square. You can't really see it right now. Or something like surrounding the flower. But let's go back to the beginning of the repeat. I'm going to do it once again with you. The repeat starts by doing 4 double crochets into this same chain space here. So we do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And note that because we finished the repeat with 1, you technically have a total of 5 in this chain space. But again, the repeat starts by doing 4 double crochets into that same chain space. Then we're going to chain 2 and then do 1 double crochet into the same chain space. Continuing the repeat, we're going to do 6 double crochets into the next chain space. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Continuing the repeat, we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next chain space. That is 1 and 2. Then a chain 2, and then into the same chain space, 4 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And essentially, we're going to finish off our repeat right there. You've already come all the way around. So yeah, we created this kind of circle around the flower. So we're not going to do the final double crochet in the repeat that goes into the next chain space because you already have 5 here. And that's the number that you want. So once you've done your 4 double crochets into the last chain space, we're just going to do a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So into that top of the chain 3, insert your hook, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. This here is the end of row 7, and we've created a circle. For row 8, we're going to start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3, which counts as a double crochet. And now we're going to do 1 double crochet into each double crochet all the way around. But into the chain 2 spaces, we're actually going to work a different repetition. So we do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet that you encounter. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I've come to the chain 2 space into which we're going to do the following repetition. You're going to do 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. Then a chain 2, and then into that same chain space, another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And this here is what's going to create our square that we want. So now continuing all the way around, we're going to do 1 double crochet on top of each of the double crochets. And then you're going to come up to the chain 2 space into which you want 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Do that all the way around, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, I just went all the way around here, and you can see this cute little square around the flower. So now to finish off this row, let me see, I just did the last double crochet here. So now we just want to do a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So you find the top of that chain 3, insert your hook, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. Now this here is the end of row 8, and now for row 9, we're going to move on to our color C. So you can go ahead and grab that, and we're going to be joining it to the same spot that you have, like the same loop. So I've got my color C, and I'm going to fold a tail, insert into the same loop, and now grab it through and pull everything down. Now you can go ahead and cut your color B. And now with your color C, we're going to start row 9. So we're going to chain 1. And then we want to do a single crochet into the same place that we did the slip stitch. So that means into the top of the chain 3 of the previous row. So into the top of the chain 3, insert your hook and do a single crochet. Now we're going to do, start the row repeat. We're going to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So into the first double crochet of the previous row, 1 single crochet. Now we are going to work a picot stitch. So for a picot, you want to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And you want to do a slip stitch into the top of the single crochet that you just made. So that would be the single crochet here. Insert your hook into it and then do a slip stitch. And that's our picot stitch. We want to do that again. You want to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch and then a picot stitch. So we chain 3, and then you want to do a slip stitch to the top of the single crochet that you just made. Insert your hook into it, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. Continuing the repeat, we're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So you want to do 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to work a picot stitch. So we chain 3 for that. And do a slip stitch to the top of the single crochet you just made. For our picot stitch. Then we are going to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And we want to do that again. We want to do a picot stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch to the top of the single crochet you just made. And then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And so that brings us to the corner. You can see that we have this cute like little border forming. So now at the corner, we're going to do the following repetition. You want to do 1 single crochet around the chain space, then a chain 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then another single crochet into that same corner, into that same chain space. Now we are going to continue the repeat. You want to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Now you want to do a picot stitch, so chain 3, slip stitch into the same single crochet you just made. And you want to do that once again, single crochet into the next stitch, and then picot stitch. Now continuing the repeat, let me see here, where am I? Now we want to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So I want to do 1, oops, sorry. Let me grab that again. We want to do 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do the following combination twice. We're going to do a picot stitch and a single crochet into the next stitch. So picot is 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the last single crochet you just made, and then 1 single crochet. And do that again, picot, and then a slip stitch into the last single crochet you just made, and 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Now to finish off the repeat, we want to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And that ends the repeat. So it's a little bit confusing because of the picot single crochets, like in terms of explaining it in words. I'm going to do it one more time with you. So let's go back to the beginning of the repeat. The repeat starts by doing 1 single crochet into the next stitch and a picot 2 times. So into the next stitch, 1 single crochet, picot. And then do that again. Into the next stitch, 1 single crochet, and then picot. Continuing the repeat, we're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to work the following: a picot and a single crochet into the next stitch twice. So we start with a picot, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch to the last single crochet you just made, and then 1 single crochet. That's my first repetition. Let's do it one more time. Picot, and 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Continuing the repeat, we have reached the corner into which we want to do 1 single crochet around the chain space, chain 7, and then 1 single crochet into that same corner. Okay, continuing the repeat, we're going to do the following combination twice, 1 single crochet into the next stitch and picot. So 1 single crochet, picot. That's 1 time, and now 2 times. 1 single crochet, picot. Continuing the repeat, we are going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now continuing the repeat, we're going to do the following twice. You want a picot and 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So picot is 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch to the same single crochet. And then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. You want that once more. Chain 3 for a picot. And then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. There we go. And now the very last thing of this repeat is 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And there you have it. That repeat is a bit of a mouthful, so just make sure that you go slowly, following the second time that I explained it. Do this twice more to get yourself all the way around. At the very end, you're actually not going to complete entirely the repeat. You're going to omit the last single crochet. But I'm going to meet you once I do the final corner repetition here, and then we're going to finish it off together. I just did the last corner repetition, which is the single crochet, chain 7, single crochet into the chain space. So now I'm just going to do this last bit with you here. We want to continue on by doing a single crochet into the next stitch and then a picot 2 times. So single crochet into the next stitch and picot. That's 1. Single crochet, picot. That's 2. Continuing the repeat, we are going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And then we want to do a picot and a single crochet into the next stitch twice. So picot, single crochet. That's 1 time. Picot, single crochet. That's 2 times. And this is what I meant. You're going to omit the last single crochet because you already have it. So rather, we're just going to do a slip stitch into that first single crochet of the row. And this here is the end of row 9. Now we're going to move on to our final row, row 10. So for that, we're going to do a slip stitch across to top of next chain 3 picot. So we want to get ourselves up to the first picot. So we are going to do a a slip stitch into the next stitch, and then a slip stitch inside of the picot stitch. So this little ball here, into it, insert your hook, and then just do a slip stitch there. So now from here, we're going to chain 1, and you want to do 1 single crochet into the same picot. So into the same little ball, insert your hook and create a single crochet. Now we are going to skip the next picot. We're going to chain 5 and do 1 single crochet into the next picot. So skip 1 into the next, 1 single crochet. Now we are going to, let's see, do another chain 5. And then into the next chain 7 space, which is the corner here, you're going to do a single crochet around the chain space, then a chain 5, and then into the same chain space, another single crochet. So this is what we have so far. Now we are going to continue the repeat by doing a chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are now working the other side here. So we are going to skip the next picot stitch and into the next do a single crochet. Just kind of into the ball there, a single crochet. And you want to do that again, chain 5. Skip the next picot and into the next do a single crochet. Now we are going to chain 5 and then do 1 single crochet into the next picot. So into this one here, 1 single crochet. And that there ends the repeat. So I'm going to do the repeat one more time with you. We'll go back to the beginning of it, and it starts by doing a chain 5. Then you're going to skip the next picot and into the next do a single crochet. Then we are going to chain 5. We're going to find the next corner, and around that chain space, we're going to work 1 single crochet, a chain 5, and then 1 single crochet around that same chain space. And that's our corner there. Continuing the repeat, we are going to chain 5. You're going to skip the next picot and into the next do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 5, skip the next picot and into the next do a single crochet. And now the last bit of the repeat is your final chain 5. And then do 1 single crochet into the next picot. And that there ends the repeat. So you can go back to the beginning of the repeat, do it twice more. I'm going to join you when we're doing the last corner like I did before. I'll join you when I get here. Okay, I've come to the last corner here. And so now to finish this off, we're just going to, I just did the single crochet, chain 5, single crochet. So now we want to continue with another chain 5. We're going to skip the next picot and into the next a single crochet. Then a chain 5. Skip the next picot, into the next a single crochet. And now at the very end here, all you want to do is do a chain 5. But we're going to omit that last single crochet because you already have it. That's the first single crochet of this row. So into it, you're going to just do a slip stitch. And that is that. Now you can go ahead and cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. And okay, this one is absolutely stunning. I really can't get over the fact that the flower is just coming out. The edges are kind of lacy, but the center of the square is more structured. This is so pretty and so easy to make because the flower is just 2 rows of petals, I guess. Super stunning. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.